Well, what about for our debt service and capital projects funds? These next slides will be transitioning between both the debt service and capital projects funds as they are closely related and operate in conjunction with each other. Simply put, even in corporate accounting, how do you build things? You borrow money. You borrow large chunks of money, and that's how you construct your projects. That's the reason for our closely relatedness. All right, we're diving right into journal entries because these will show us the revenues and expenses. So, governmental revenues for the debt service. In this journal entry, the general fund transfers $40,000 in cash to the debt service fund. All right, so we put cash into the debt service fund. So, from the perspective of the debt service fund, we debit cash and credit interfund transfers from the general fund. Now, let's say a $120,000 premium included in the bond's proceeds was transferred to the debt service fund as required by the bond indenture. So a bunch of different journal entries here. This is now us borrowing money, us issuing municipal bonds. Here's the journal entry to record interfund from the capital project fund. So when we issue a bond, well, wouldn't you know it? Usually like we debit cash, right? We debit cash and credit, but in this case, we're crediting the interfund transfers from the capital projects fund. All right, now let's say we have $150,000 of interest revenue, and that interest revenue was transferred from the capital projects fund as required by a bond indenture. So we'll see this, as it says, elaborated on further later on. What are we going to do with that? Well, here's the journal entry to record interfund transfer from the capital projects fund. You're seeing a trend here, right? This is us as the debt service fund. The debt service fund is the hub. Any payments of debt, it all goes through the debt service fund. Any borrowings, it all goes through the debt service fund. So the debt service fund needs to account for it, bring it in. They are going to debit cash and credit interfund transfers. So this is in order to pay, or sorry, not pay. Looks like this is interest revenue. This is going to be used to fund our projects. And then any income from the investment of resources is recorded as revenue. So we are going to debit cash and credit revenue investment income. Just anything else there. Nice journal entries, pretty similar to corporate accounting.